Google's VEO3 AI video generator just had some major updates. In these updates, I'm going to show you today exactly how they work and how I'm going to be using them in my business to make money. This is actually a really powerful tool because before, where we had to do all kinds of videos and editing and all kinds of crazy stuff, now we have AI tools that'll assist us in every step along the way. Today, I'm going to show you how I use this in one of my businesses, not my main video business, but several other businesses, to get traction and gain an audience so that I can grow my business. This is a very straightforward process. We're going to follow along each step of the way. And not only that, but I'm going to show you how Google VEO3, even though it is one of the more expensive AIs, I think it's going to replace a lot of other video tools. Because before I was using this, I had different tools like a face generator, audio generators, and all kinds of things that added up to several $100s a month. Now with Google VEO3, it comes with a Gemini account, and you can even upgrade to the big account, which is like $250 a month if you're doing bulk output, using it all of the time, and need it to work really fast. However, most people can get by with the base level account. However, the way I look at it is every AI tool I invest in should be turning me a profit in some way, shape, or form. And that's exactly what I'm going to show you today. How can I take this tool and use it to build things that are going to build my business so that I can make money? And that's what this video is about. So let's go ahead and fire up the computer. I'm going to show you everything that's new with Google VEO3, how I'm using it to make faceless videos and content that actually gets traction, that people want to watch, that drives people to the things that put money in my pocket. And of course, before we get started, I gotta let you know that any results you see are not typical, implied, or guaranteed. We want to remember that the vast majority of people trying to make money online with AI, buying courses, doing all this crazy stuff, makes nothing. So take everything you learn as a business with a grain of salt. We are looking at building a business, and building a business takes time, effort, energy, money, and yeah, even after all that, vast majority of people make nothing. And that's why I make these videos, so that you can see exactly how this works, where the pieces fit, and everything you need to know to build a business online. Come on, let's fire up Google VEO3 and go to work. All right, so here is the new Google VEO3, and you can see it creates some pretty crazy stuff. I even gave it a thumbnail to see if it would animate the thumbnail, and it did a pretty good job. We're going to talk about why this helps in business and what you can use it for and everything like that in just a minute. We can also see that it'll make all kinds of stuff from like different cars and things like this to puppets and stuff, all kinds of crazy things that we can use to build our business with. And it's actually doing a really good job of keeping things consistent so that we can make several different slides to several different videos and stuff like that. Now, what I found here is sometimes the voice doesn't match, like I did this one here, and you can hear the voice doesn't really sound like me.
Here is how to get paid to show up.
It does fit really good, but you know, it's kind of it's not my voice. So I could go through and do this with my voice if I wanted to. I could just download this here as the upscaled version, right, like this. And then I can drag it, drop it into my favorite video editor and create videos. This is helpful because I don't really want to sit down and make a bunch of new videos. And if I wanted to post like some kind of teaser copy to a blog post or something like that, or a video that I have on my website, I could make teaser copy like this, little 8-second clips, post them on social media, kind of showing them what they're going to get or giving them one little tip, and then, you know, build a business that way. Now, if you don't want to use your face, you can still do this with faceless stuff. We were messing around with the puppet ones, which is really cool. I even messed around with this one, which took my picture here.
I know, I get it. This looks crazy, right?
And it didn't have a keyboard, but it was kind of cool.
Ads.
It was kind of cool, and I mean, the facial expressions match his voice more than mine, I think. I don't know, you let me know what you think. But it did a pretty cool job of like making these really neat things. Now, if you didn't want to use your face, you can actually go through and create a character. So if I did like frames to video, you're going to see when I click the plus, I can hit generate image, and I can say, let's make a middle-aged man, white collar worker, slightly overweight, or whatever whatever your persona is you're going for, it would go through and it would create those, and then I can use those consistently in my videos as I create them. Now, an important thing to look at when we do this is right now, VEO3 is limited to about 8 seconds of video with the voice and everything like that. So if you were going to do an 8-minute video, you're going to need a lot of little clips. If you're going to do a 2-minute video, you'd need a lot of clips. I think what this is going to be best for is going to be making like teaser copy, simple social media things that would get people in and teach them something. I'm going to show you this in just a minute when we use my economics website where we teach economic terms and things like that for people that want to get ahead with finance. So you could see I could use this guy here and say, okay, now let's use this image. Now let's have him quitting his job or something like that. And he would go through and say, I quit or something, and it'll go through and make those for you. Now, again, remember, 8 seconds, you're going to need, 10 to be a little bit over a minute long video, which is doable. It's not difficult to do. You're just going to need to stay in sequence. Does it take a lot of work? Does it take a lot of effort? Yes, I think it does, but I think using this tool is kind of a game changer because we could literally create whatever we want, and it actually morphed the background and kept everything kind of cool there. So looking at this, I think is really good. I went through and did the puppet ones. We did several to show you the consistency here. I did notice that if you don't do remix, it's just going to make some random person. So you do have to click the remix button to reuse it. Okay. So it did a pretty good job. Like here we had the puppet.
5 AI tools that help me make money every single day.
So that was kind of cool. Here's another one.
Here are 5 AI tools that help me.
And the voice is pretty consistent. So that's kind of cool. Let's pause it, otherwise it's just going to keep going. Here's another one we did.
Follow me to learn how to make money online.
So it was kind of cool. And then I had him, I can merge these together. So if I download this and then download the one of him driving away, I think this is it, right? I can put these together and it's going to look pretty seamless, which is pretty cool. And then it looks like it doesn't cost anything to upscale. I don't know how the credit system works. Maybe we can look at that or see what's going on. Let's ask, what are VEO credits like and how many at each subscription tier? I am using the discounted 3-month $149 plan or something like that, where it goes to $249 in a couple months, I think, or something like that. But it's the $250 plan, which I find is worth it. I use Gemini more than any other AI. So we could see here, Google AI Pro. This tier is designed for individuals, 1,000 AI credits per month. Okay, and then this one here, 1,200. I think what I have is Ultra. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I have Ultra. So the Pro, I mean, that's pretty decent. I don't know how many each video does, but let's ask it. Let's see, how much credits is one video? I noticed this is what they did with Sora in the beginning, and I didn't like it because it was like, okay, these are way overpaid. There was no voice or anything like that. But, looking at this, I think it is doable. I don't think I've ever gotten close to my credits in this, which is cool. So now we have these download. It looks like it's upscaling it. Let's see if we could just download the regular. That might be quicker, just to show you guys how it works, and then we can do the other one later. So if I do this, I could just go into my video editor. You could see I use Camtasia for literally everything. That's where the beginning of this video came from. But I can actually go through and take these. So let's take the 2 files. I'm just going to drag these right into Camtasia here. You'll see what it looks like in just a second. I just drag and drop, and it'll have the audio and everything. So all I would need to do is just match them up. Now, is it going to take work? Yeah. Are you going to, is it some automated method? No. I think this is going to take a lot of work, but I think for those that are really willing to do it and think about what their market wants and really make good stuff, right? We want to have that element of making good stuff that sets us apart. And you could see.
Follow me to learn the truth about making money online.
So I could just cut that and then have him, so it'll look like he turned around. Right, so you can kind of cut them up and make them really cool. So looking at that is really neat. I think that this does a really good job of voice and video. It's fantastic. I mean, we did one with just the basic here. Obviously, make sure you have the rights to whatever image you're using. Make sure you're either creating it yourself with AI, using something you have the rights to, or something like that. Don't copy or anything like that. But once we have that character ready to go, I think this can be really cool, because I could go through and let's say I take my persona of this guy here. Now make him look, or let's do this. Let's do remix. Let's see. Oh, so these are the videos. Okay, we'll edit the prompt in a minute.
We're 8th for your posts. I've decided to move on to a new opportunity.
They had music. That's kind of cool, right?
Well, it's time for me to move on. I'm officially quitting.
I mean, it got the emotion pretty good. Let's try another one. I'm going to try to get like a persona for our economic site, and we'll talk about how this works and how it would build. So let's go through. The credits look like 100 credits. That's not bad. That's high quality at 100 credits. So you get 10 per month, I think it is, with the basic, and then 12,000 would be more, right? So it'd be like, what, 120 videos? So at the bigger level, yeah, you can do pretty good. 50 fast generation, 10 high quality. So that's a pro user. That's not bad. I mean, you got to look at it like, what am I using this for? How's it going to help me build a business? That's how you have to look at this. Otherwise, you're just going to get tools and tools and tools, and you're not going to have any rhyme or reason. So let's go here and we'll do frames to video. We will do, get rid of this guy. I think get rid of him. Let's create one. So we'll generate image. Let's do a professor looking puppet cartoon-ish teacher. Let's do mid-30s. Let's just see what it comes up with this. Okay? So we'll do this, get the image, and then what we're going to do is we're going to get the idea. So while we're waiting on the image, what we're going to see here is first we want to start with the main overview of the niche. In my example, I have a website, I have a domain that is designed for economics explainer videos where we explain different terms and things like that and have kinds of cool stuff. Now, right now it's just a blog. I want to make some other content. Primarily, these little 8-second videos would be good. So at the ultra level, 120 videos a month, that's enough to do some good stuff if I was to post them consistently on social media with good information, like we don't want junk. What we're going to do is we're going to use our niche to find little ideas, facts, and tidbits. So what I would do is I would start with an idea. One of the ideas I would start with in this niche would be like information they don't want you to know. That kind of stuff works really well. So we're going to go through and I would say list 100 facts about finance that super rich people use that normal people don't know about, like getting a mortgage rather than paying off house outright, right? And what we're going to do is we're going to try to think different, because most people would think, oh, if I pay off my house, I'm looking good. Well, at 4%, paying off your house would actually, in some cases, not be a good idea, right? Sometimes it's better to let your money work for you or whatever. Obviously, talk to accountants. That's not what this video is about. I just want to show you we can find things that would be helpful where the vast majority don't know these things. So like here, list 100 facts about finance that super rich people know. It'll come up with the ideas, and then we'll build from there. So we have debt and leverage. That's basically what we're talking about. Okay, so like this one, I could go through and I can open another Gemini, okay? And I can say, let's make an 8-second teaser, let's just do tip video on why billionaires still get mortgages, right? That's something where people are going to be like, wait a minute, this guy's worth $100 billion. Why does he get a mortgage? Okay, that would be curiosity. That's what we want. Mortgage. I think that's how we do it, right? And then I'll put the info here, okay? Very visual. Let's just do this. It should come up with something good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the little ideas, facts, and figures. I'm going to make good stuff that goes to the big stuff. Like I'm thinking, okay, well, if I have a course or a business that teaches finance or something like that, this would be great. Or maybe you're going after like sports and you're like, oh, here's a tip that the top golfers know that the regular golfers don't know. And you're just going to be sharing good things. Again, we want to come up with stuff that's actually really, really helpful. So now I should be able to just give this straight to Gemini. Let's see what happens. So we'll take our character that we created somewhere over here. Where's our character? Over here. All right, so it did create our puppet, so we'll just choose one. This guy's cool. Okay, so we'll use this image, and then I'll put this in here, and let's see what it does. This will be interesting. And it might take a minute, but that would be good. And then once it's done, we're going to start building that and, leading them to what we want. So you're going to make a good quality video, leaving them wanting more. Like, oh, wow, I didn't know that billionaires still had mortgages. What else do they know that I don't know? Well, that's where you would say, follow me, go to my website, or whatever to get them there. You want to have that end goal to say, here's where to get this thing that is going to help you. Here's where to get more videos like this. Here's where to get my entire outline or whatever it is that's going to help them. Okay, this is a basic strategy where if you do it, you do it enough, you'll start to see people comment, you'll get some traction, you'll see which videos don't work, like some will just completely not work, some will work really well. And the idea is to get in front of people and train your audience that, hey, when you see my video, watch it because I'm going to teach you really good stuff. And whether that's like a puppet, whether it's a person, whether it's a cartoon, whether it's a visual explainer video, whatever it is, we want to take a look at this and really, really hone in on what's going to help. So while we're waiting for this to load, let's take a look at Google VEO3. If you were going to pay, the $20 a month or $30 a month for the small amount and get 10 videos, so that's 80 seconds of video. Okay, so that would be 8 posts, decent. Would that be worth $30? Yeah, with all the other tools, I think so. I would think so because you can make all kinds of other stuff, and then later, once you build your business, maybe upgrade or something like that. So let's see. Clear purpose and feature set. Yes, I can make videos. I can make good stuff. I can really just only be limited by my imagination. I can create whatever I want. Really cool stuff. Obviously, be honest. Let people know it's AI. Disclose when you're affiliate. Have all the stuff that's going to, share honesty and good things. I know there's a lot of AI content out there that is just garbage and junk, and people are just abusing it, and that's not good. It's going to ruin it for everyone, and then it's going to be like a reset where we all have to be like, okay, well, how do we determine true from fake or whatever? Always make good things based on, what your market wants. I want to go out there and I want to create okay, let's make some little economics ones. Let's make some good stuff that'll drive us good things. I think the idea is so many people want to make things that everyone's going to watch, but that's not always the most profitable. Sometimes a video that's just, hey, here's this one thing, I do it really good, that might be more profitable than one that just goes insanely viral just because everyone watches it. Okay, so now we finished upscaling, so we can see it downloads it as an upscaled version, which is going to look better in our editor. So like when I put it in here, you'll see it does look better. Now, that little yellow dot means that it's using a proxy video, so I can edit faster. But this is pretty good. Does it solve a genuine problem? Yeah, you can make content without having to be in front of camera. I can use my maybe a cartoon of me and make it work that way, right? Like I could go through, maybe I can go and say, let's do VEO3. How do we get back to, here we go, VEO3. And then I would go to flow, and then I can create, I should be able to, new project, and let's see if I can turn me into a cartoon. I'll just get a picture of me, and let's see, okay, so plus, Okay, so I could turn me into a cartoon. No background. Okay, so it should turn it into a cartoon. I think this might just be the image one, so I might need to go to Gemini and turn it into that. Let's see here. We'll do pictures. So let's just do this. Make me a cartoon, please. And again, I can't stress it enough. Use stuff you have the rights to. Performance, quality, and accuracy. I think this is pretty on point. I have not seen a video editor that's like this. I mean, you could use some of those automated video editors, but it's not going to stay to your script, and it's going to give you some issues, and sometimes you get weird stuff. I find it's always better to create it yourself, because then you have a human in the process that's actually, you're thinking about it different, right? Like, oh, hey, is there a house this person invested in? How much was it? Or something like that, where if you're talking about the billionaires that would go through and make pretty cool stuff. Okay, so here's a cartoon. Let's do more 3D-ish, no background. It did a good job. I mean, that does definitely look like me in the background there. So let's do this, just the person. And then I could go through and have like AI markers. I mean, I have a friend, Julia, who makes AI videos all the time. Most of her content is AI video. Move hand from face, no money, less airbrushy. Let's see here. And then when we're done, we should be able to, what? Okay. Remove hand from face. Looks like I'm laughing or something. Okay, now I'd remove the face. All right, so we might need to use a different tool to make this work. But I mean, just to show you the idea, I could just put this in here and into Flow and say, okay, make a video with this. But I'll show you because we're going to use the puppet here, which should be pretty good. And let's see how it came out. Should be done now. Cool.
Here's a secret about the super rich. They can earn more on their cash than their mortgage costs them. That's how they use the bank's money to make more money. Here's a secret about the super
cool.
rich.
Obviously make sure it's true and everything.
Here's a secret about the super rich. They can earn more on their cash than their mortgage costs them. That's how they use the bank's money to make more money.
Okay, that's a cool tip. Now I would need an intro. So now let's do reuse. Now make an intro of the puppet asking, why would a billionaire get a mortgage on a $10 million house? Let's see how this works, because if I can do that, then I have like 16 seconds. That's pretty cool. And then I can make an outro once that would work good. Let me show you. Let's see how this works. And then I would do, let's do an outro.
Here's a secret about the super.
So he is talking. It's not that great of quality to voice, but let's do this. And let's actually start a new one. So I will do reload. I'm going to start a new one just so I start with the puppet. So, and notice how like this will keep your puppet in there and your other stuff in there. Have him saying, follow me for more tips or something like that. Or even you could put like your domain name in there if that works, right? So now we'll go like that. And let's see, this is the one there. Let's go back here. And you should see all your projects, and then you just download them and edit, which is really cool. So now we'll wait for those. Let's see what does the processing speed. Pretty good. I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5. All right. I'm going to say core functionality for Faceless, easy content. This is a plus, plus, plus. Like this thing kicks butt for that, right? Does really good. All right. AIProfitScoop.com. We could see business use cases. Can generate or enhance text. Absolutely. Images and graphics. Absolutely. Produce enhanced video. Yes. Convert audio. Yeah. You could put your audio in there and then match it. Like if I got a voice I didn't like in VEO, I would just run it through some other program or whatever and match it. which is pretty cool. Like, that's what I liked about the thumbnail one, where I upload my thumbnail and I can make a little teaser video about it. I could actually just record my voice over it, right? So I could put me in there as a voice and then use my cartoon. Then I don't have to sit in front of the camera and make a video. We could also see useful for social media, 100%, valuable for email. Yeah, you can make little videos, custom videos. You could be like, hey, John, I hope you like the proposal I sent you for your business. Click the link below, or whatever. Beneficial for advertising, 100%. Website optimization, yes. You can make a little video showing them how to use your site, or benefits of signing up, or whatever it is. Can you do research? Not really, but Gemini does. So if you have Gemini, I think that's one of the best research tools. So by nature, yes, it will. But will VEO? Not really. Will it help analyze competition? Not so much. Gemini will. Valuable for data processing? Not so much. Identifies trends or patterns? Not so much. This is more for video stuff. Can it improve customer service? Better personalization? Yes. Enhance user engagement? Yes. Streamline? Yeah, you could do that. You could talk to your customers that way. Pretty cool. Is there a free tier? I think there is a trial. Pricing model is pay as you go. I think it's subscription. And it would be, I think, $29 is the base starting. Enterprise is the $249. Okay. Cost effective. I think it's big time on point. Very good. I'm going to use it. I have no plans of not using it. So that's looking pretty good. And I think clipping these together, like even little puppet, trainer videos, this is something people have used for a long time to share content in a different, more fun way that people would understand, right? So like instead of just having screens, now we can have the puppet talking or whatever. Let's see how this one came up.
Follow me for more tips.
So he magically got an accent. I could just...
Hey, so why would a billionaire get a mortgage?
I mean, I can change that pretty easily. That's not too difficult. Or I could just leave it. I mean, people would probably think it was funny. Like, I mean, it would kind of be like a pattern interrupt of like, okay, all of a sudden he got an accent where he didn't before. So that could be kind of fun and useful. I think, I would base it on what you would want. Like, are you wanting that to be fluid? If you do, then, that could work. But I think being funny too can kind of work as well. Let's see. Does he have an accent?
Why would a billionaire get a mortgage on a $10 million house?
And you could even put text on there. So like if I download this, I'll just download it again as the original, just so it's easier. And a lot of times on social media, you can use the original ones. But here, I can go through and use this tool. All I would need to do is say captions. I can go to captions, drag the captions on here, and it'll literally just type what he says.
Why would a billionaire get a mortgage on a...
Now, I'm picky, so I would probably use a image-based text tool. I'll show you more about that over at AIProfitScoop.com. But looking at all this, pricing structure I think is good. ROI I think is definitely good if used correctly. Revenue, can you directly generate income? Not directly, but you can make things that will point to things that work directly. Time savings value, 100%. Quality improvement, 100%. So I'm thinking this is really good. It doesn't get into AI, AGI stuff. Are there limitations? There's a little bit. I mean, you have a learning curve. Got to learn how to edit and really work with the prompts and stuff, which I don't think is that difficult to do. I think the key is going to be coming up with those tips, right? Like security level, lending, buy, borrow, all these kind of things, which is kind of cool. And you can make things that would really help people and keep it surface level. Be like, hey, I'm just showing you all these facts that have to do with money, whatever, here's where to get this, or whatever else it is, maybe being happy or motivation or whatever it is your niche is about. That's why it's so important to pick your niche first. So let's see, this is the follow me.
Follow me.
There he is. I kind of like how he has the accent at the end. People will be like, wait, what? This one looks like it was struggling to create, or maybe it's in the other one. It does get kind of weird the way they line them up, but let's see here. So maybe it was in this one. No, might have just lost those ones, or maybe this one somewhere. Follow me for tips. Okay, so we had our intro.
Here's a secret about the super rich. They can earn more on their cash than their mortgage costs them. That's how they use the bank's money to make more money. Here's a secret of...
It's kind of cool. I mean, he looks cool. I like the way he looks.
Here's a secret about the super rich. They can earn more on their cash.
I mean, adding these together is pretty cool. Like, let's do the intro download. And then I liked this one better. And you can set it to do 2 at a time or 1 at a time or whatever. I usually do 2, although it will eat through your credits. So, you know, be wary of that. But once you have those, I can choose from them. And I can put the videos in here and just kind of line them up. So if I wanted this here.
Hey, so why would a billionaire get a mortgage?
Don't really like that one. I liked...
Here's a secret of...
Actually, let's see. I think it was that one I like. So why would a billionaire get this on a mortgage? I could just kind of go like this, make them full screen. It's smaller because we downloaded the 720 instead of the 1080. But I can go through, have our text on there.
Hey, so why would a billionaire get a mortgage on a $10 million house?
Here's a secret about the super rich.
It's cool.
They can earn more on their cash than their mortgage costs them. That's how they use the bank's money to make more money.
Then I just get the download one. So let's see how he is with his accent here. So just drag and drop this one on there, and there's our little video. So we have a video that is about 22 seconds. Not bad. So here we go.
Hey, so why would a billionaire get a mortgage on a $10 million house?
Here's a secret about the super rich. They can earn more on their cash.
I like that the
than their
voice is
mortgage
different
costs
too
them.
there.
That's how they use the bank's money to make more money.
Follow me for more tips.
It's pretty good. I mean, we can make a better outro if we want or whatever. The AI Profit Scoop intro and outro was made with AI as well. So now it's a little bit shorter. So I think we're at like 18 seconds or something, 16. Right, so there's our little video. These kind of things work really good on social media. Obviously, give good info, disclaimer, things that need to be disclaimed, be honest up front, and you can get a following that goes through. Now, can you make $100,000 a year doing all this stuff? Most people will not. The vast majority make nothing. Could it be built up? I have seen rare cases where people do that. It takes a lot of work. Most people don't have the work and patience and everything that it takes to do that. What we need here is we need patience, persistence, and the ability to make it our own and really think about what that market wants and get those tips. I think with that, you can do pretty good. Like maybe you could just do videos about what you need to know when buying a new car, right? That would be a good market. Now, specific to saving money buying a new car or whatever. Right? All kinds of things. There's people that do this where it's faceless videos for like dating tips or whatever it is. And you can build this in a really, really straightforward way. You don't have to sit in front of a camera and do all that. I think VEO3 is really changing the game here for this because, you know, we can scale. We can go out there and scale things where maybe instead of, you know, making a little video, sitting down and making a little video with all my edits and all my errors and all the things, and I don't feel like it today, I can make little videos about my thumbnails using the thumbnail and be like, okay, turn this into a little 8-minute or 8-second clip. Boom, there we go. So you can see here, like it talks about all these true cost of ownership, master the numbers. And people they love this stuff where it's like, oh, you know, if you don't drink a latte a day, you save this money, or, you know, here's a real tip or something like that. It really, really works well. Now, in terms of being realistic, it's going to take a lot of work to make any meaningful money, obviously. But for those that really want to do it, who are willing to take the risk and make it work and build and grow, I think this is a really good tool. Let's see what it looks like here with our final assessment. And I think it looks pretty good. Let's see, did it work there? But it gave it a good grade. And I think this is a fantastic one. I think I definitely am going to start using this to build up my social media presence, because that's something that I've been lacking where, you know, I don't have time to make a little video like this. I could record my voice and have someone else do it where, you know, I could have my outsourcer get the little video clips and match it to my voice or whatever. He could just write out what to say. It's not that hard to do, and this is something that works really well. 8 seconds is kind of the sweet spot for social media, so I think this can work really, really well. Again, take everything with a grain of salt. Vast majority make nothing. It takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of effort. But having these AI tools, I think, it's pushing it closer to the doable for most people type of area. Now, it's in how you use the tools, not the having the tool, that's going to help you build a business. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. Check out the videos in the description to learn more about Google VEO and how we build these things up. Remember, go through, get your main overview of your niche, find little ideas and facts that help. Think different. Like, not a lot of people are thinking, oh, why does a billionaire get a mortgage? Those are the kind of things that we can do. Like, maybe have AI figure out the top 100 things that most people don't know about billionaire finances or whatever. Then go through, make a good quality video, leaving them wanting more tips, show them where to get it, whether it's follow or whatever the end goal is. And you could build up a following without mentioning where to go. And then later, when you build it up, you can mention where to go after it's already built. Sometimes that's a good strategy to use as well. So hop on over to AIProfitScoop.com for the notes from this video and some of the little examples that we use to show you how it works. Smash the like button, and I'll see you in the next training.